a motorcycle drag racing great, a son, a father, and a friend to many, gone too soon.
Jr. has a very good motorcycle, but don't count out Shawn Gann. He's been pretty consistent, but Hector's been right there in that 726, 728 range.
Each one of these racers has gone through a Buell, a Suzuki, and a Harley Davidson to race in the final today.
That'd be all about the reaction time. Oh, man.
Hector Rana Jr. was asleep. How about this? For the first time in 131 events, Shawn Gann has won. Ties him with Steve Johnson, Pizza John Mafaro, and Terry Vance.
There ain't no explanation for this. I mean, you work so hard to get this opportunity once in a while to win an event for us, and it's beyond words.
Yes, better days indeed. That's a flashback to a magical race, Denver 2013, courtesy of our friends at NHRA. On May 16th, we got the unfortunate news that Shawn Gann had passed away at the young age of 42. Shawn will be remembered as a man who was very passionate about motorcycles, a 5-time NHRA national event winner, and more than anything, somebody who always put a smile on his friends and family's faces, somebody who made everybody laugh. Well, in this video, we're going to hear from some of Shawn Gann's colleagues, but first, let's take you back once more to that magical event win, Shawn's last event win, Denver 2013.
He used to watch his son win here in Denver.
And you know he didn't take it for granted. He could have jumped up off of that launch because Shawn has such a huge advantage off the starting line. Good job.
Good luck, Gary Gerald.
Shawn, it's been so long since you've been able to hold one of these in your hand. Did you ever doubt that you would be able to come back and do this again?
Not one time. Not one time, because I told you, God makes all this possible. He'll make it possible for me, for you, for everybody else. It don't matter. My little boys, I'm telling you, my little boys is watching this. My one little boy's here. My other son, Ethan. Hey, Daddy's got it, and he's bringing it home to give it to you. That's what's up.
I think there might be a party, huh?
Huh?
Might be a party?
A party? Well, yeah. Okay, yeah, I got your party. Yeah. We all got your party. That's what's up. Thank you, buddy.
Let's hear how some of Shawn's colleagues will remember him.
What I remember about Shawn Gann, there's a couple things I remember about the dude. Well, we started racing with him back in the mid-90s when we were running what was then Pro Street with Kobe Adams, and him and his dad always had some fast water-cooled GSXR 1100, so that was pretty neat what they were doing with them back then. And my other biggest memory with Shawn was, I got two of them actually. In 2005 or 6, we pulled up to Reading, and he was sitting outside. This is on Thursday now, we ain't racing till Friday, with his leathers on playing his guitar. So I always thought that was kind of funny, but that's the kind of guy Shawn Gann was. He always had his leathers on. And then the other thing I remember about him was, I don't remember the year, but he and I had a burn down in qualifying at Indy. So the guy was always smiling, good dude, never had no issues with him, and I'm sure the motorcycle world will sure miss him. Rest in peace, my friend.
So yesterday I heard about Shawn Gann's passing, and I was totally crushed. He was a great friend in racing for me when I ran NHRA and Pro Star. And last night as I laid down, I all of a sudden found myself laughing. I was thinking about how absolutely funny Shawn was. He cracked me up to no end. We'd be in our coach at the races, 10 or 11 o'clock at night, get a tap at the door, and there's Shawn. Of course, comes right on in, and he started just cracking me up with the weirdest stories, all the way from race stories, customer stories, guitar stories. He just had us on the floor completely, and once you got him going, you prodded him a little bit, it just would never end. He just had me in stitches. Anyways, that was just a great memory of him. I also remember Shawn as being a very tough out in the sport. He was a really, really good racer, quick, fast, and just a good racer. He knew what to do out there. Another thing, I remember Shawn being very proud of their products, the Gann products, and certainly of his daddy. He was very, very proud of the things they made and the successes they had, and rightfully so. He's going to be really missed in this community. I don't know, it's just a tough one. Blake and family, our hearts and prayers go out to you.
Hey y'all, I just wanted to say how sorry we are here at Star Racing, Star Cycle, Star Power about the loss of Shawn Gann. He was such a great guy, interesting. He always made us laugh. He was always funny to me, and we won't ever have another character like Shawn at the races. I think if we do, it'll be a long time. Very unique personality, always made me smile. He always bragged on his daddy. Every time I'd see him at the races, he would talk about, you know, my daddy's doing this, my daddy's doing that, and he was a real innovator. His daddy is a real innovator, and Shawn was a really great way to show the Shawn speed, the Gann speed, performance and opportunities there. Last time I saw him was just recently at Valdosta we were in test sessions down there, and he had a championship wrestling belt on for some street series, and he had a loaf of bread. It was raisin bread, and he was eating raisin bread out of the bag, and he was just walking along just so happy and laughing, and he was telling me about his accident. He had hurt his head, and was talking to me about it, and he asked me if I wanted some raisin bread, and I told him no. But anyway, I'll have really great fond memories. We raced him in the finals at a lot of races. He was always a real worthy competitor. His dad had his bike fast, and he was a good driver, and we'll miss you. He was a student at the school, and I really enjoyed the times I got to know him. God bless you all and the family, Blake and his mama and the rest of his family. Everybody, remember, life is so short, so let's enjoy each other while we can.
Hello, if you're watching this video, you probably really love motorcycles, and more specifically, drag racing motorcycles. So I'll tell you, the first time I met Shawn Gann, his persona did not disappoint. I heard all about this kid that was wild and rode the heck out of a street bike with no wheelie bar, and it was fast. When he showed up at NHRA, same thing. He rode the heck out of the motorcycles, and he was fast. I remember him beating me in Denver, specifically the year that he won. He shook his head and he says, "I don't know how we got it, but we won." Seeing his dad with the smile was just incredible. My point here is there's so many memories that we have. This is such a powerful tool, as well as our heart. And I think this is a perfect time to engage them from a point, you know what? We all get inspired in different ways. Figure out what it is, tell yourself what it is, and look every morning and really work to try to get to that inspiration. We miss you, Shawn. We miss you so, so much. All of our deepest condolences to the family and the Ganns. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys, for those kind words and those memories. We appreciate them. Speaking of memories, I want to take you back to some uncovered video I found from the Cycledrag Vault. We're going to go way back to Atco, New Jersey, 1999, AMA Pro Star. This was a video that I took as a young boy. It was one of the first times I took notice of Shawn Gann. Now, back then, you had guys like Paul Gast and Fred Collis dominating Pro Stock Motorcycle. Shawn became a Pro Stock Bike rock star overnight, seemingly out of nowhere. Here comes this guy with flashy leathers, a wild paint job, and he's running right with the legends, right with the dominators of the category. One thing I thought was cool, too, is I was a motocross guy, I was a dirt bike guy. I know Shawn had a similar background, loved motorcycles. He was the only Pro Stock motorcycle racer I ever saw who had Renthal grips and a Racer X sticker, dirt bike stickers on his Pro Stock motorcycle. I thought that was so cool and really represented what the sport needed. A young man, a contemporary man with wild hair, wild paint, who was always there to make somebody smile.
Let's take you back to Atco, New Jersey, 1999. A young upstart Shawn Gann looking to make a name for himself in Pro Stock Motorcycle. 746, 175 miles an hour. Now, nearly 20 years later at the four wides, Shawn in the left-hand lane.
Shawn, you left a heck of a legacy, and you will be missed, my friend. 9 runner-ups, 7 top 10s in the NHRA, a 4-time US Nationals finalist. Shawn Gann did a lot of things, and certainly will be remembered for some of the most craziest, wildest, loud, and flashy chrome leathers we've ever seen. And more than that, a father, a friend, and somebody who made a lot of people smile. Shawn Gann, gone too soon. Guys, if you have any memories of Shawn, if you have anything you'd like to say, please leave it down below in the comments. And you know that we will keep the Shawn Gann tribute alive. Godspeed, Shawn. So much for subscribing to Cycledrag on YouTube and liking cycledrag.com on Facebook. We'll have more coming for the life and legacy